Like that'll do. Yeah, the only other thing you can do with obviously the email templates, they have a set brief on email templates where you can choose from 7 templates, sorry. And then from there you could make your own template design through the design thing, and then you could just make minor HTML changes to it. So you can change your template very easily.
What is it about Mautic that you don't like that you like it?
It's very time consuming, and the email builder, the actual email builder, which is similar to MailChimp, the drag and drop, dropping of images, is really quite glitchy, quite patchy. I don't think it's quite up to the standards yet as MailChimp, because I was playing about with it and it just ended up having trying to put text here would just go down here.
Oh, right.
The classic kind of.
Do you get a function to preview it as what it looked like on
you can preview it as just as a HTML page in general, so you just click a button in the top and that will just give you a preview document. You can send yourself test emails, and you can also obviously add it to a campaign and whatnot. Plugins. Right, plugins are the really quite cool part. I had quite a big look at this. So this was a plugin through Thrive. So they'll give you this template page thing that you can embed into any website or anywhere. And then from that, they've got a whole host of huge different sign-up sheets, other landing pages, other fill-in form signs, and then you can have that integrated onto your website or anywhere you want, and then you can integrate it into Mautic as well. So when they enter username and email, it will automatically put that in your contact list onto Mautic, which is pretty cool. And then there's another one with social media integration you can have where it tracks hashtags, monitors hashtags. So if someone said hashtag Mautic or something related to your post, it will automatically then add their contact details into your Mautic database, supposedly. But however, I found this message which was a bit worrying. The original idea that Mautic will search for additional information about a lead in various social platforms. But since the time the social plugins were written, social platforms restricted the API search to only the username, which is a bit of a bummer.
Well, that's because you have to opt in to be marketed to.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And then the analytics part for Mautic.
But that, just going back to that, so if somebody...
But I'm pretty sure there's other ways around being able to get full contact details via their Twitter.
Yeah, there's a big privacy thing. It's not just a Mautic thing. That's a big sort of general privacy issue. But that is gathering usernames of people that have just tweeted about a Treasure Trails hashtag. So if there was a hashtag Treasure Trails Christmas puzzle or something, and somebody else tweeted about that, that would gather that name and put it into the database.
Essentially, yes.
But then could the hashtag, does it have to be a hashtag you own? Or could you just put hashtag David Beckham?
Oh, right, yeah.
That I don't know 100%. I assume, however, I haven't tested it myself. That's the only problem with that.
Okay, that's quite an interesting area to look into more, because that's contact acquisition stuff.
But they do.
Yeah, and also it's segments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Correct segments you can target to.
Yeah.
But they do loads and loads of different plugins. Yeah, these are the list of integrated programs. You've got Amazon, things like Dropbox, Drupal, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, LinkedIn, MailChimp, which I thought was quite cool. You can integrate it with MailChimp, so the features that would be really handy for Mautic, you could use for your Mautic wise, and the features that MailChimp provide that are really good, you could just use doing MailChimp. I don't know how that would work. I haven't had a great look at all of these.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
But the Drupal one is quite an interesting one. Don't know what the Drupal plugin is.
Is there like Facebook, Twitter,
And there's this other thing called advocacy, where basically it monitors all your social media on a dashboard, so you don't have to be going through Twitter, Facebook, all that. It'll do you all for you through this one thing. And then I think from there you can integrate it into Mautic, so maybe it can add contacts, change contacts from what you've ended up receiving from different social media platforms. Yeah, this is about the Twitter hashtag thing. It's edit social monitor, so social monitoring is people use hashtags or mention that you're monitoring, you'll see them being added to your contact list. So I think you've got to monitor different hashtags, and then from that it would end up adding them into your contact list.
So that would suggest you can do hashtag
Yeah.
David Beckham. Wow. Okay.
Then the analytics side, Mautic offer quite a diverse analytics homepage and dashboard where you can track. So yeah, you can track all your contacts, where contacts have been added, who's lost in contacts, the basics. You've got a whole country map, so you can see what region people are most likely buying in. So if you have, well, mostly it's going to be a lot for UK based people, but that's pretty cool. You can track, and it tells you percentages of what countries are engaging with our content. And then you've got obviously the total visits, so how many people have visited your site through landing pages, different assets, different PDFs or links. And then email sent, it will show you how many emails you've sent, how many people have viewed those emails, and how many emails have failed. And then you've got a couple of unique widgets down here. And they do offer Google Analytics integration, however, it's not as a plugin at the moment, so I think it might be something where you have to create a specific page that Google Analytics will be able to read from. I don't think they've offered a diverse software that will do it for you. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but yeah, I think that's nearly everything for
Going back to Google Analytics, did you see anywhere where you can assign a unique tracking code for a mail out? So at the moment, in MailChimp, when we build an email,
yeah.
we put a unique code at the end of a string, so that when we go into Analytics, we can see how many people have come from that email onto the website. And then
Yeah, I'm
how
pretty
many
sure
sales.
that's what it was saying, that we'd have to do the unique code on that specific page. However, for other, if you did an email campaign where your email didn't have that, it wouldn't obviously work.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure, because I thought it would be a plugin where it would automatically just track anything from your campaign.
What do you do at the moment? Just put something like $? Equals
No, but you,
ID
No,
at the end of the URL.
purely
Do you put it at the end of the URL?
Just within the campaign setup, you just put like half-term puzzle 2016, and then when you go into when you track campaigns in analytics, it will come up under those keywords.
Right, I see. Okay.
So you'll see traffic and conversions from that.
Right.
it's a pretty critical function to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be, I think it's very similar, if not the same way you do it in MailChimp, because I don't think MailChimp have the same, or the plugin for it either.
Okay.
And they've got a Google Plus plugin, so I'm pretty sure Analytics should be compatible with Mautic.
Okay.
That's
Thanks for
what-
going through that. Can you show us Mautic on screen? Because I've not typed into it
I
at all.
haven't.
So just talk through all the different sections and everything you've
Right,
done. Just give us an
basically, this is your
understanding.
dashboard, obviously your home page where I was showing you about the analytics. So that's where you see all there. You've got your recent activities and your upcoming emails to be sent, so from your campaign, so you can track that there. You've got your calendar, which is just basically like a Microsoft Outlook calendar where you can just plan and prep anything that you need to. You've got your contact list here, which will be your main list of contacts, which will have all your contacts here. But these aren't lead lists. This is just your
This
page.
is everything.
That's just all your contacts there
Okay.
in one diverse thing, and you can add quick contacts, create a segment, select another stage, and batch edit
Can
contacts.
you create a contact? Just interested what fields they've got there.
Oh, no, that's not it. It's just like that, create a new contact. And then obviously you just fill it in manually. This is how you would do it manually, obviously. And then these are all the different attributes, and
Do you know what that means?
no, I couldn't tell you. I think that might be the date they joined.
That's the attribution idea. You were saying when you actually, in your campaign, you can give different numbers.
So yeah, it's
So
that
if they
one.
come from
Oh,
Facebook
yeah,
page,
the,
doesn't that
Of course,
add
the
up
points.
their
Yeah, that'll be their
points?
attribution point. So yeah, basically for whoever obviously engages with us
Oh, I
the
see,
most,
like
will end
star
up with
system.
having more points because throughout the
That's what I
campaign
thought.
you add
Okay.
points for different things. So like opening an email, which give them 5 points,
Right.
which I'm guessing would put them there, and then from that you could probably make a segment lead list with contacts over 10 points
Sure.
or something like that.
Well, the preferred locale is that just a segment for location? I guess is it?
Yeah, preferred location.
Stage. What stage? Actually, some was up south.
Stage.
It's interesting. There's tag section as well. What's on the social tab there?
So yeah, that would be
Right.
all their different.
Did you find out if it will pick up their Facebook account just from their email address, or whether you manually have to import it?
I think you'd have to manually import that unless you dragged it from someone else. I think you'd have to get their Facebook contact from Facebook as opposed to their
Right.
email. I don't think you can because obviously that the security of it all.
Mhm. Okay.
So that's everything for contact.
Yeah. Cool.
Segments. These are your lead lists. Obviously, you can add new segment, and then here you can add your name. That's just if it's alphabetically. Description and filters is where you've got bounced email, city, company, date added, date identified. So you could have like date added and have like a list of new contacts to send an email campaign to based on that email. So forth and so on.
Okay.
You've got your different components, so your assets, so these are your ebooks, yeah, your PDF, image docs, ebooks, or pretty much any electronic device that you want to distribute to a customer. Forms, pretty much as they are, just a fill-in form, gaining contact information, and landing pages. This is where you can create your own landing pages within Mautic and add them into your website or integrate it into your website, or use a plugin that will do it all for you and create it all for you. And obviously you've got your campaign. When I first was looking at campaigns, it worked a lot differently because now they've updated it. I've updated it to 2.0, so the campaign now runs a bit differently, but got my name way around it. So from here you would go to launch campaign builder, contact segment, so that's when you choose your contacts, test leads, whatever diverse list you've got. Add that. And then from here you've got decisions, actions, and conditions. Actions is something that is executed by Mautic, so obviously like sending an email, down or decision is made when the contact decides to take action or not. So open the email, given points. Condition based on profile values or submitted form data. So if I go on action, we could go change campaign. So modified contact, send email, Twitter contact, send tweets automatically to contacts that must have been complied with Twitter automation rules. You can update contacts, send emails, push contacts to integrations. So I'm guessing that would be pushing them to landing pages, stuff like that. Change contact. Change of state. Not quite sure. I think that's a new one they've added. And then you could add contact or remove from contact segments. So if they've opened or not opened an email, if they haven't followed a landing page, you can change into a different segment, so a different lead list to obviously create a more diverse lead list.
Right, I'm a bit confused. So you have to choose something as an outcome of an email. Is that what that's saying?
Yeah. So if
So if I want to build just a good old-fashioned email, send
Yeah.
everyone, say hello, and they're not downloading anything, how do
Yeah.
I do that?
so the ones that haven't downloaded, you could either
No, I'm not. So I'm not downloading anything. So I'm just
Oh.
sending an email to people just to
send
say,
an email.
yeah, just say hello, how's it going, kind of thing. So there's no real call to action in that, other than
If there's no call to action in the actual email, you could only do it based on if they've opened it or not.
But you just select send email then.
Yeah,
is what
I
you
guess
do.
so.
Yeah, that's the first thing you do is send email.
right, and then you build the email.
Yeah. and
Because
then
I
you
think that
build
would you'd go through and build a campaign, and that might make, because that's that's changed completely from what it was.
Yeah,
before.
that's what
So
I mean.
You've only
It's-
seen this morning, haven't
I've
you?
only seen that new bit
Right.
this
Oh,
morning.
wow.
This is a completely different interface to what you've been working at.
Oh,
And yeah, so that's all come with this new version. which
Email.
is, I've not seen this, so I've seen the old.
Just currently blanking that, so. The problem is you can either make a decision or a condition. So make a decision.
Oh, right, okay, I'm starting to make sense.
yes,
Yeah, so that's then when you actually
So then if
someone
you
opens it, and then you
opens
can
an
put another
email and they've
action.
just downloaded an asset, you could chuck them here. So they've got the downloaded asset. Then from that you could have another action. So send them another email. Change campaign if they downloaded the asset and you want them to show you what.
Right.
Yeah, the second wave to explain about the campaign. Well, the downloaded asset they've just downloaded.
Can you stop them there and click a relative time period? Is it like a delay?
Yeah, and then this has
a
got the delay you can obviously
Yeah.
do with like months to years to days to hours to minutes.
So is that how we can get our current automation within this?
Mm.
It is, isn't it?
Is that something you do on first sign up? Is it?
Mm.
So when you get a new
Yeah.
customer, you put them through
Through
a
automation.
through an
Yeah.
automated
And then also
process.
with the Facebook data capture on the from the blog, we send them a different automation and then farm them
Okay,
through
yeah.
into the main email sends after a certain time period.
Mm.
Was Mortic suggested by Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's not
It
one
came
for
from mainly the Amazon
Yeah.
delivery mechanism, which came largely because of benefits of cost. And then he said you'd use
Mm.
this. You don't have to use this. I think there are maybe other tools, but this
Mm.
was just an open source tool. I think you can use MailChimp with Amazon SES. I think
Right.
so. You get
Why would you do
Amazon.
that?
Because you'd get the cost of Amazon email delivery and the functionality of, if you preferred the functionality of,
Right.
I think that's something way back when I looked at it. I don't think it's that plugin.
Ah,
You don't
should
use
be.
Mortic as well. You would just,
Mm.
I think since MailChimp realised that they were losing loads of business, they plugged SES
Right.
into MailChimp, so there's another option.
Normally there's the one if they haven't opened email.
Yeah, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
There was that there before they've changed the whole layout.
But that was the condition, was it?
I don't think it was a condition. Says contact field A. That's odd. Yeah, normally you could have it when, if they haven't seen it or have no inactivity, you could change it. So obviously send another email like 3 days later.
So what happens? Oh, that's download.
Yeah, if I put a condition on. Yeah, so if they downloaded it or haven't downloaded it, that's probably the actual key to action, so that would make sense. So you can obviously wait 1 day, add them to another lead list or campaign, or remove from this current campaign. Obviously I don't have a second campaign there, so I can't add them to another campaign. And then that's how you make your diverse kind of lead list. And yeah,
Okay.
and then there's loads of different functions.
Does that look
Yeah.
similar, better than MailChimp? Seems quite powerful to me, but I don't know MailChimp.
It's yeah.
Well, yeah, it seems, you know, a bit confusing to be totally honest.
Don't like
but-
change.
I don't like change,
Right,
but
don't like change.
you know, there is certainly some functionality in there which MailChimp doesn't have.
Yeah,
Right.
it speed things up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems quite.
It possibly seems overkill for our needs at the moment, but I
Yeah.
guess that's because we've been working in quite small parameters.
yeah, that's what I mean.
So it's a little bit like.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think once we start gathering more intelligence about our customer, the whole
Yeah.
point of the next stage of true CRM management, we'll start getting far more intelligence, and then we'd actually want to do far more
Yeah.
based on triggers and profiles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
the main problem I found with Mortit was the actual interface of it all. It did come across quite confusing because it was heavily done by developers. So I don't know. It did seem quite unuser friendly for, especially someone with no marketing experience as myself.
so if you carry that on, just like complete this.
Yeah. So obviously,
and
wait
that's
3
enough
days.
examples.
Condition. True in action. So send another one so they fill in a form.
But just doing your simple email thing, you don't need any of that.
No.
That first action that you had, which was just send an email, you wouldn't need to go any of this. That would just be finished then. That would just send that
Yeah.
campaign to that email.
Just close that. I think. So that's your.
That's just the name and the description for it.
Right.
Just as a reference to yourself. This is all
So how do you
published.
start it? Just
Yeah, you just click publish, save and close, and then you can publish at a date and time you want to. So say if you want to do it like 27th of October, just click there and then it will do it on the 27th of October. Then you can unpublish it at whatever choosing date you want it to.
Okay. In the email, when you create the email,
Shall I go to that now?
yeah.
And then emails and channels.
So that's the email you just created, yeah.
Yeah, so these you can have a whole list of emails that you want, and then obviously pick them for different campaigns
Yeah.
or what.
So
Have
let's look
you-
at the functionality in those
Yeah.
in terms of like tracking and A/B testing and stuff.
Oh yeah, I did get something on A/B testing. Oh yeah, you've got 2 different types of email. You've got segment email, which goes towards your actual like campaigns, and they're the only ones that you can actually use in a campaign.
Right.
And then you've got just a new template email, which is just a basic email that you can just send out to a lead list, but you can't add it into a campaign.
Says you can now.
I might have got them mixed up.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
sorry,
the other way
I
around.
don't understand.
A template, I think, goes into a campaign. A segment, you can just send an email straight
Yeah,
out to a
that's right.
segment. So if you just wanted to send an email, that is the same as what it was before. If you just wanted to send an
Yeah.
email straight to a segment, you could just go and do it straight away
Right.
there without doing a campaign at all, I don't think.
Then obviously these are all your different underlying themes, Oxygen, Sunday. I don't know what if you want them or not, but you can just select these,
Yeah, okay.
then go to, and you obviously
What the hell's this? Oh, language.
translation.
Sorry.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Hmm?
It's a language translation, I think.
I don't.
Is it? It's got a question mark.
tracking category. Yeah, so if you go on to the content, and this is where you actually start
Editing.
filling in and editing it, but this is what I was saying before. So you'd have like different segments, kind of like MailChimp, where you
Yeah.
just pick it up and move it. Should be able to move it. Oh, no, it's not letting me move it. Just tested this. That's why I was in Builder. Yeah, and then once you're in Builder, you can obviously, kind of similar to MailChimp, where you've just got the different
Okay.
box segments, and then you can click on it and move it to wherever you like.
So
However,
stick a text box in or something.
so yeah, if I had a new text box in here,
Screw it up if you can.
insert text. Don't really need to do that, but it's just moving it about can be quite difficult, because like it won't actually respond to where you want it. However, I think this is where it would be a good idea to have code. So you'd have your basic email template, and then you can just go into code view and then just completely change it to how you want it.
Right. But it's the moving process you don't like.
Yeah, it's all the moving and trying to.
So if you put the fonts in
Yeah.
and you centralise it, it doesn't all of a sudden like jump it down to the bottom of the
No.
panel or anything. Right?
It's just the whole moving it about and trying to get the actual.
So the drag and
view
drop
and theme
function
of
doesn't
it.
work well.
Yeah, the drag and drop is
Okay.
really quite poor.
Can you go to advanced? Is that it? So this is where I'd expect there to be the tracking stuff in there.
Mm. Now all the tracking stuff I think's in the reports.
Oh right. Okay.
So you get reports based on different emails.
So if you save that email, because then we can go and look at it.
Then you can view it, add A/B testing.
Okay, so we can.
Yes.
So is that A/B testing is testing in which you can have like two different emails,
Yeah.
and you can test which one works better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that'd be the
100%
traffic
sure.
rate there.
yeah.
If you click on the question mark, tell me what. It's just a percentage, yeah. So you send like say 50% of your emails out, and they'll do a 50-50 split. It's 25-25, and then the winner will get the remainder.
Alright, see.
Is that done on? Can that be done on like MailChimp as in either design or subject?
Yeah, I guess you just pick another email, do you? I'm not sure. It's just taking us back to that.
Yeah, it's here. You click on this, and then you'd click your second one. Okay.
That's the that's the
Yeah,
asset
that's
it's
the asset.
picking. What Sam was saying. So like,
Yeah.
what's the difference between the two emails? Is it asking, look, variants? You just build another one, I guess.
Yeah, you're creating a completely
So you
new
could
one.
play a
Yeah.
completely different one.
Because with MailChimp, it's quite.
You're restricted, aren't you?
You are restricted to the design of that email, aren't you? You can play around with the internal bits, but not the
Yeah.
overall. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you create a completely new version.
Yeah, and then you just do that and
Okay.
save and close.
You have to fill
But
those.
yeah, you'd have to fill in
Just
traffic
add
weight.
50% in that. And
You
then
need
the
to
other
put-
one's 2 drop downs.
Do you do A/B stuff at the moment as well? Do you?
Yeah,
Main
mainly on
title.
subject line. Subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, we normally do like push up 3 different subject lines.
And then you
And
can
then-
send example.
and
And
then
then that will send it to
send
the
out the best
account you're
open rate.
currently on, so
That's
send it to
right.
Phil, I can imagine. Or you can.
Can you not send a test one to somewhere else?
You can just view it in a H, so you can just set that. And I should view it. Yeah, and there's your email.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can make them responsive. Yeah, standard ones are pretty responsive to anything, which is quite cool. So you wouldn't really have to code that much if you just use it off that basic template, I think.
If you go back to the report function, so let's see about the tracking.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah, this is the report, so submission of published forms. So you could have that, so with the published forms it will tell you who's engaged with it, who hasn't engaged with it, and then you can create your own reports, which is really quite cool. So data source.
So let's have a look at the rest other options for.
Data as well. We've got all this. We've got different filters as well.
Okay. Not sure what you use that for. Do you?
Yeah, the reports really confused me. I didn't get a chance to really
you can
test it.
basically just select as many whatever columns you actually want in the report, and then filter it on a set and just get the data out. So
Yeah, can you extract reports?
I'm not actually too sure.
What's that orange button in there?
Yeah, that's
Remove filter.
Go back to reports.
Save and control. See if that.
So those are reports that they've pre-set up. Is that right?
Yeah, these are pre-set up reports.
So
Leads
go
and
into
points.
downloadable assets. For example. So right, it's showing you.
Export to HTML. Is that
Okay.
what you want?
HTML. What'd that give you?
No, it just says a web page.
Kind of want it as like a CSV. Depends on the display.
yeah,
I
probably need
guess.
to be a different report, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just go back to reports and see if there's a simpler report. Just a column-based report.
Leads and points.
That'd be pretty
Yeah, it's
Too clever. Go back.